The light above, the bells of Titan's halls of justice rang 41 times at dawn, once for each soul interred in the city's ossuary over the past year. By mid-morning, the Courtyard of Quiet Echoes had become a garden of candles. Families gathered in white and violet robes, faces painted with spirals and tear marks in pale silver, each one a symbol of memory offered, not mourned. Children carried brass chimes on poles, their soft music rippling through the breeze. The faithful of Orelian, god of remembrance and balance, guided them between the shrines and statuary, reciting names, dates, fragments of lives. In the center of it all, a high platform had been erected beneath the great carved scales of Orelian's sigil. There stood Archivist Darren Valwyn, his robes flowing, voice calm as a library. "We remember so that they are not lost. We speak their names so they do not fade." The veil is thin today, and the ancestors draw near, not to haunt, but to witness. From the crowd, Tamaris Lean, a middle-aged woman in an ivory shawl, stepped forward with her son. In her hands, she held a locket, broken, scorched, nearly forgotten. She whispered, "Jorah Lean, blacksmith, beloved husband, died during the fire on Mavin Street. I remember the smell of your hands like soot and lemon balm. I remember your silence after bad days." She placed the locket into the bowl at the altar's base, where it glowed faintly and vanished into shimmering smoke, returned to the veil. Her son rang his bell twice, and the crowd echoed the sound. The Courtyard of Quiet Echoes did not fall silent that day. It murmured with names, with remembrances. Laughter and tears came in equal measure. Aurelian's followers celebrated the beauty of memory kept alive, and above it all, the great stained-glass window of the halls of justice shimmered, showing the silhouette of the veil, thin, glimmering, fluttering like a curtain of silk between worlds. The silence below. Far below the celebration, where the candles could not reach, the hall of stone veins lay silent. There, deep beneath Titan's oldest catacombs, the followers of Mordral gathered. They did not ring bells. They did not speak. In a side alcove carved from black obsidian, 4 figures knelt around a body wrapped in shadow-dyed linen. Thin threads of ash and salt traced runes on the floor, forming a circle pierced with a single open path, the road beyond. The high priestess, Mother Alhenna, moved with ceremonial precision. Her fingers, stained with bone ash, traced the spiral sigil of Mordral, the goddess of grief, endings, and acceptance without comfort. She did not name the dead. To name them would be to bind them to memory. Mordral's rite is not remembrance, it is release. One by one, the mourners stood and stepped backward, turning their backs on the body as they exited the circle. Eyes closed, no words spoken. Mourning, here, was not for the world to witness. It was a private covenant between soul and stone. At the final moment, Mother Alhenna stood alone. She scattered the last of the salt into the spiral, then whispered a single phrase, so softly that even the listening stone barely heard it. "Go unfound! Go unchained!" The chamber dimmed as the final candle was extinguished, its smoke coiling upward like a breath drawn back into the earth. The ritual complete, the body would be interred in the silent tunnels, never marked, never sung. Above and below. As the day waned, the 2 prayers of Titan echoed through the city, one bright and full of song, the other cold and without echo. In the courtyard, the children lit floating lanterns and sent them skyward. They called out to their ancestors, they told stories. In the deep stone halls no light was cast, no one watched the darkness close. But somewhere, between the two, the veil shimmered. And in that impossible place where no eye could see, both gods watched. Orelian with a hand on the book of memory, Mordral with a hand on the knife that cuts the thread. 2 truths, 2 graces to be remembered and to be freed.